Okay naman siya?
Yes.
Alright, sige, start na ako sa kanya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright, so welcome to this presentation about 3ds Max. So today we will be focusing on syempre ano si 3ds Max, and of course I will also include the newer features of the current version, which is 2021. So yeah, so 3ds Max is all about improved productivity so users can work more efficiently and creatively with modeling, animation, rendering, and workflow updates. So this only basically says to us that when whatever industry are we belonging, so either you're into architecture, engineering, construction, product design, or manufacturing, and even filmmaking or animation. So lahat po ng industries na to are covered by 3ds Max. So kaya kung mapapansin niyo po, no, if ever you've tried to see AEC collections or product design manufacturing collection, and even yung media and entertainment collection, sa lahat po ng yon, si 3ds Max lang yung present sa lahat ng collection. So, bakit ganon? Kasi in all of these industries, 3ds Max is the one who basically converges the whole umbrella, or under the whole umbrella of Autodesk when it comes to the requirements for design. So, like for example, in architecture, 3ds Max always comes on the last part, which is more on enhancement of your designs. So this is more applicable for design visualization. So when whatever requirement it is, like let's say it's for walkthrough animations, rendering images, or freeform animations. So lahat po ng yan nagagawa sa 3ds Max. And the fact that most of our plugins were created to suit the requirements for 3ds Max. Like we have V-Ray, we also have other render engines like Arnold, Mental Ray, um, yeah, and then the other rendering engines na marami na ngayon. So lahat ng yan nandiyan sila dahil nagkaroon ng avenue, which is 3ds Max, to cater all of these industries. So I know you've heard about 3ds Max na, no, pero let's go into detail kung ano yung nakukuha ba natin kay 3ds Max. So first off, model your vision down to the last detail. So ito yung isa sa mga main talking point when it comes to 3ds Max, because the main thing that 3ds Max provides is your ability to create 3D models, and of course to make those models either move or be seen in an animation, as well as si 3ds Max din yung isa sa merong pinaka diverse na rendering process when it comes to processing or creating results for your designs. So I have divided this, or for this point, I have divided what's that, five key main points for this particular part of 3ds Max. So first off, it offers rich and flexible tool sets to create your designs. So I know that for architecture, engineering, or construction, basically the whole world is basing yung proseso gamit yung BIM, no, yung building information modeling. So pumapasok naman sa 3ds Max doon. Why? Kasi it can basically, open up yung Revit files ninyo, and then going into 3ds Max. Now, that would require no more modeling kasi nandun na no, galing na sa Revit. But for things that are not provided by the modeling capability of Revit, can also be done inside 3ds Max. So there are connotations that 3ds Max is just for this one, for animation and all of that. But given the fact na kanina sinabi ko, no, na that all of these industries either chooses 3ds Max to be the main protagonist for the requirements for design, the fact that 3ds Max provides you the end-to-end process for the design gives you a larger palette of tools to choose from, no? So kung gusto ninyong mag-model from scratch, it's possible. Or if ever you have an existing model, yun nga, yung from Revit na model, it can be basically enhanced into higher levels inside 3ds Max. Whether we're talking about, let's say, the model itself, or materials, textures, the lighting, the what else? The way the sun hits your model. Uh, it can basically be done inside 3ds Max. And the fact that it is not just for modeling and for visualization, you can also create your own animations. So we're not just talking about the simple camera movements or the simple walkthrough videos or animations. 3ds Max is basically a tool wherein you can create your own animations, your own movements, your own sequences for you to have a much more unique and better way of providing the result to your clients. So point number two, yeah, so create massive worlds in games. So most of the games that you have actually been playing are either done inside 3ds Max or Autodesk Maya. Another one, visualize high quality architectural renderings. So the fact that most schools and most companies tends to buy 3ds Max and partner it with, let's say, V-Ray, which is when you talk about architectural rendering, V-Ray is the one that is always on the forefront, no? So walang ibang rendering tool na nasa harapan palagi ng V-Ray, or mauunahan si V-Ray. So given that that whole scenario na ito yung provided, so Autodesk heavily invested in providing a better way, a smoother workflow to create to help actually visualize architectural renderings. So later on, I'll show you the things that you can do inside 3ds Max. No, I just don't know if it was mentioned to you, or have you came across that specific way of visualizing inside 3ds Max. So later on, makakita ko siya. The fourth one is model finely detailed interiors, so given and. And lastly, bring characters and features to life with animation and visual effects. So without knowing, Hollywood films na napapanood natin sa mga sinihan, no? So ngayon, let's say even with Netflix shows na merong 3D animation na involved or CGI. So most likely 3ds Max was involved, especially those who are earlier animations maybe. Like for example, we have Transformers. So yung mga unang Transformer na motion pictures. So it was done inside 3ds Max. No? So marami yung mga iba't ibang movies. And the only variation that happens is kung ano yung pinag-render nila. But the similarities is basic, which is 3ds Max lang. Okay? So next one. Render high quality scenes. So the built-in Arnold renderer provides a fully interactive experience and can handle your most complex characters and scenes. So if ever some of you have used older versions of 3ds Max, like 2016 and below or older, so hindi na po si Mental Ray yung rendering engine that comes with 3ds Max right out of the box kapag bumibili po kayo. So may bago na pong rendering engine na kasama yung 3ds Max or na nakabundle sa 3ds Max ninyo. It is called Arnold. No? So Arnold render engine na siya. So there is actually a great difference between Mental Ray and this newer Arnold render engine, and it can be seen on how this render engine performs compared to Mental Ray. So there is a difference between the style or the programming involved that makes Arnold render much faster compared to Mental Ray. So I am pretty sure that some of you have tried to render or had experiences rendering in Mental Ray, and it tends to give you, it surely will give you high quality. The problem is on the rendering side, rendering time, which will be the downside of the whole process kasi pag mabagal, masyadong matagal yung result na nakuha natin. So with Arnold, basically, this one plays differently yung rendering. So kung si Mental Ray, ang ginagawa niya is pinoproseso niya each rendering pass. So ibig sabihin, kung ang quality na nilagay natin is 10, so ang gagawin ni Arnold, 10 beses niyang gagawin yung paulit-ulit. With Mental Ray, sorry, yung palang kanina is Mental Ray, ngayon Arnold naman. So with Arnold, the thing is, whatever quality you actually input inside Arnold, it multiplies itself. No? So for example, kung kanina sinabi natin na 10, so ibig sabihin 10 beses. So ang mangyayari, ang operation nun, let's say if we translate it to mathematical operation, is addition siya kasi one render, pagkatapos add ulit ng isa pa. So 10 beses yung nangyayaring addition. With Arnold, so minumultiply lang niya. So ibig sabihin nun, isang proseso lang siya. So kung 10 yon, 10 times 10. Ibig sabihin, ang buong quality na makukuha natin is 20. At the same time, since isa lang yung operation na ginagawa niya, which is it just multiplies itself, ang nangyayari is mas mabilis ngayon yung rendering time na nakuha natin. Right? So Arnold will provide you also render previews. No, I know it's present also in V-Ray, pero what's good about Arnold is whenever you preview something, and let's say you preview your design and first right off the bat na gustuhan nyo agad siya, so you can easily save that and that will be your final image. So ganon na siya kasimple. Second point, it saves time with artist-friendly user interface and intuitive controls, which is again another welcome development, no, from the things that we used to set sa loob ng Mental Ray render engine or render settings. Let's say if for Mental Ray, kung sa mga isa inyo na mga nakagamit na nun, Mental Ray used to hide some render settings, no, or some details na very vital pala pagdating sa rendering. So kailangan kabisado mo talaga siya na buksan, iset. Wala namang problema kapag na-set nyo na. No? So yun nga lang is it tends to hide stuff sa mga users. Now with Arnold, you will be provided agad, no, pag pumunta kayo sa render settings, meron agad siyang ipoprovide sa inyo na list ng kailangan ninyong baguhin. Or kung gusto ninyong baguhin, it's okay naman kung hindi siya babaguhin. Pero yeah, it will provide you automatically kung ano yung mga the usual na kailangan gawin. And after that, you can go proceed to your rendering. So mas maiksi, kumbaga mas maliit yung rendering settings na kailangan yung iset compared to Mental Ray. So it also will provide you lesser time to set up your files kasi mas konti lang yung kailangan yung ayusin. Which brings us to the third and the final point for rendering, which Arnold will produce high quality renders much more faster, which is actually provides Arnold the advantage compared to other render engines. So if you try to check, Arnold as a render engine, you'll be able to see wide variety of Hollywood films na previously nyo lang napanood, no? Like Iron Man, Avengers, Thor, nakalimutan ko yung isang movie. But yeah, there are a lot of, newer movies na like just a year older or 2 year older na movies that were rendered using Arnold. So Arnold also, unlike Mental Ray, this one thrives to to use or to process yung mga higher polygon counts, no? Ito po yung mga mas detalyado na mga model. Mas gusto po niya yun. Kasi yun talaga yung structure na ginawa sa Arnold. Um, Either you're using Maya or 3ds Max. So, kung architectural modeling yung ginagawa ninyo, wala kayong magiging problema doon. Kung kayo naman ay gumawa ng character, kotse, environment, mas lalong gusto ng Arnold yun kasi mas na kumbaga nasa-stretch niya yung mga legs niya to do more when it comes to rendering. And good thing is there are some very welcome changes or let's say improved features sa loob ng Arnold na dumating ngayon sa mga current versions ng Maya or 3ds Max. Alright, so third slide will simply say that you can work faster and meet deadlines much more faster with the new 3ds Max. So basically, if you're actually using 3ds Max as some sort of a program software, so meaning may mga na-involve na mga programming languages to make things move faster, the newer version is basically improve when it comes to interpreting programming languages. So kung meron po kayong ganong klase na workflow, the newer version is very much prepared for processing your programming languages na gustong ilagay sa kanya. So yeah, use this Max as a compute engine to scale content production. You can extend built-in workflows with accessible APIs, accelerate manual steps to boost productivity. So yeah, all of these points basically talks about the other face of 3ds Max, no? The face that artists usually tend to basically don't look at kasi may programming na involved. And yun nga, kaya nga naging artist yung iba dahil ayaw ng, ng programming or ng mathematics so or coding. But yet again, it is available inside 3ds Max, which will provide you another avenue to modify and to make sure that you can work much more comprehensive inside the software. So whether you use that programming for adjustments, for modeling, for rendering, for animation, so on and so forth, it can be done inside 3ds Max. Right. So later on this presentation, I will be showing the improvements that was done on this particular part for the newer version. All right. So the next slides or couple of slides will show you how to work with 3ds. How 3ds Max works with the other softwares involved inside, let's say, the AEC collection. So for this one, as you can see on the diagram, so works done inside AutoCAD, Revit, and Dynamo, which is the letter D icon, can be easily relayed or exported to 3ds Max. And given that the fact that most companies now are following the BIM process, so this one is very much relatable to all of those companies. Kasi from AutoCAD, lipat natin sa Revit, gawin natin to ganito, ganyan. Or from Revit, ito na lang, simulan na natin kasi may 3D model na tayo agad, and so on and so forth. So usually 3ds Max comes in on the last part, which will help you to achieve yung nandun sa background image natin, which is to enhance your design even more when we're talking about the visualization of the whole thing. So with 3ds Max, you can create animations, you can play around with the different elements inside your design, you can set up specific views, angles, using the camera, the wide variety of cameras inside the 3ds Max, and all sorts of other things like environment adjustments, play around with your lights, materials, textures, which provides better modifications compared to those that are present inside Revit or the other architecture, engineering, and construction softwares inside the collection. Okay, so Earlier on this presentation, I was actually talking about a new avenue when it comes to providing your designs or for the design visualization. So what I was talking about is the use of VR or virtual reality. So the new TDS Max is very much equipped to provide the end users to experience and create their own virtual reality files or make their current designs be experienced inside the virtual reality world. So since 3ds Max is very common with the collections under the Autodesk umbrella, so whether you're into AEC or design and manufacturing, pwede kayo mag-create ng virtual reality experience. So let's say meron kayong 3ds Max na pinurchase, no? Whether it's under a collection or nag-purchase kayo ng 3ds Max ngayon lang, automatic may kasama po yung isa pang software which is Max Interactive. So si Max Interactive, siya po yung game engine na tinatawag. Okay? So siya po yung nagko-convert ng file from 3ds Max para maging VR. Tsaka para malaro nyo din siya. So with that being said, ang po pwede niya pong i-provide sa inyo, is VR version for Windows and for your phones. So po pwede po yan. Now, let's differentiate yung 3ds Max tsaka yung Max Interactive. So 3ds Max, basically, as we've been talking about it earlier, so ito yung 3D modeling software, no, where you do modeling, animation, rendering. With Max Interactive, this is a game engine from Autodesk, which is actually structured to deliver, stunning real-time design visualizations and photorealistic virtual reality experiences. Now, kung babasahin kasi natin ng game engine, ibig sabihin pang games. Well, technically, kaya nag-exist si Max Interactive is because hindi sa game industry. Hindi yun yung target. Ang target nito is architecture, engineering, and construction. And even design and manufacturing. So, ito po yung it rests between Unity, which is ito yung structure ng most ng mga Android games and other, low-end games na nalalaro natin. And then there's also another one which is nakakalimutan ko yung pangalan. Unreal. So, Unreal Engine naman is for AAA. Ito naman yung mga nalalaro natin sa PC, sa consoles like PlayStation and Xbox. Okay, so, pero don't get me wrong, no? There are also companies that uses Max Interactive to create games. Okay, so, pwede din siyang gumawa ng ganun. But, the main target for this one is, design visualization. So, working in this is basically very simple. Unlike those two na na-mention ko, yung Unity and Unreal, sila kailangan nila ng programming. Okay? Kailangan ng background sa programming. With this one, you don't need background for programming. Why? Kasi the way you do things inside Max Interactive is you uses templates. No? So, merong available template dyan. So, let's say gumamit kayo ng Max Interactive and naka-open yung file niyo sa 3ds Max. You just simply choose a template that you want. Okay, yung pang VR na template, open nyo siya, create a new level. So, what happens is the template, yung unang-una niyong nakikitang ipapakita ng mga objects, mawawala yun kasi may bagong level. And then your design, ipapatong lang natin siya dun sa level na yun. So, ang mangyayari, since templated siya, the whole structure of that template can be used para dun sa design niyo. So, meaning, yung mga programming sa movements, sa animation, pwede nyo gamitin ngayon dun sa design niyo. No, so, for example, kung yung template na yun, merong object na nabubuhat, pwede nyo ilagay ngayon dun sa object na meron kayo sa file ninyo. Mangyayari, or basically, what I'm saying is pwede kayong mag-recycle ngayon ng mga iba't ibang animation, programming, languages, tapos i-incorporate lang natin dun sa object na meron tayo. Okay, so it saves much more time when it comes to creating this particular virtual reality experience. And to give you an idea on how it would look, I think I have a video for that one, which is this one. So this file is created inside Revit and then brought to 3ds Max for further enhancements. From 3ds Max, it was brought to Max Interactive, and inside Max Interactive, they have created the virtual reality experience, which is what you're seeing now. Itong medyo wiggly na video. So that is what you're gonna be seeing inside virtual reality kits. You can do further customizations like changing materials. So, pwede po ninyong gawin yan. The movement in here was template. So, you won't be having any trouble when it comes to programming. Okay? So, here is another example. Alright, so hindi ko natatapusin yung video, no? With that being said, this one is, or this picture will show you na pwede rin siya for manufacturing. So, again, just like what I've said, or, I was mentioning multiple times earlier, we can use Max as some sort of a way of combining all of these industries to work hand in hand, when it comes to visualization. So in here we have, or they are actually using two different VR kits. The lady here on the right uses Oculus, and on the other hand, the guy uses HTC Vive, which is the two prominent VR companies na basically can work with Autodesk Max Interactive for your VR files. So yeah, so with this image and the first two videos, we can see na medyo malawak po yung po pwede nating magawa when it comes to visualizations compared to 10 years ago, which only relies on walkthrough videos and rendering images or still images. So we're not saying that this is now the end of those two, yung video and still images. So Autodesk just added a newer avenue for you to have or to experience for providing your designs and to basically streamline even more your workflow. Another thing is, as you can see, hindi po siya kagaya ng video na you just have to stay and watch the video for a minute or how long may be the duration, and just to look kung saan titingin yung camera. Hindi rin siya kagaya ng still images na you have to create multiple images just to showcase your design. Kasi ang VR po is one-time rendering pero once you play it, po pwede niyo pong ikutin yung buong design niyo. Either it's an exterior or an interior design, maintenance facility, a plant, um, factory design, or even let's say kagaya ng picture, a car design, or any kind of product. Po pwede niyo pong maikot yan 360 degrees if you have, devised, let's say, a plan to modify it furthermore. Like for example, gusto niyo nabubuksan yung mga pinto, nabubuhat yung objects, napapalitan yung kulay, nakaka-create ng markups. So, po pwede po yan. No, you just have to, yun nga lang, um, further modification, syempre, would require experiences pagdating sa coding. Which is not just, hindi naman na siya ganun kahirap, no? Lalo na ngayon on the age of internet na we can now look around and find things na pwede nating gamitin sa sarili nating mga designs. Alright? So, yeah, so may questions po ba from those first slides? Kung wala po, we can now proceed to Max 2021, kung ano yung mga bago. Okay, so yeah. So first thing na akin pong sasabihin sa inyo is, yes ma'am.
May question sa chat box.
Sa chat box. Okay, wait.
Can I convert mental ray to Arnold or vice versa?
Alright, so po pwede naman siya, no? Po pwede po siyang ma-convert. Meron po ngayong meron po tayong tinatawag na ang tawag dito? Converter sa loob ng 3ds Max, no? Meron po tayong it is actually added, if I'm not mistaken, version 2019. I think it was on it was the earliest version na meron ito. So the scene converter basically converts other files, or it depends, kung ano yung gusto ninyong conversion na mangyari. O pwedeng gusto ninyo lang maging updated yung file, so pwede niyo pong ipasok yun doon. Let's say the file was done on older Max versions, pwede po siyang ma-convert into the standard of the newer version. Or kung meron naman kayong mental ray na file na materials, so there's also an option inside the scene converter to convert mental ray materials into Arnold. So para mas mabilis yung proseso. So possible po yun. Pros and cons of 3ds Max while working remotely. Actually, wala po kayong wala namang magiging problema, no? Kasi now the scenario usually is naka-single user naman yung mga tao. So it means na naka-install sa PC ninyo yung 3ds Max. Another thing that is new about the structure of Autodesk right now is yung tinatawag natin na single sign-on. So this means that pwede na ngayon para ma-access ng isang tao yung software. First off, kailangan naka-assign sa kanya to. And another thing is meron siyang Autodesk account. So later on, ipakikita ko po sa inyo yung Autodesk account na meron ako para magkaroon kayo ng idea. Pero that Autodesk account basically is kung ano yung username and password nyo doon, yun din yung magiging username and password niyo to activate your 3ds Max. So wala kayong magiging problema. You will not be disconnected. So yeah, wala naman siyang problema. Siguro the problem lang, when it comes to working at home, which most likely all of us are encountering, is pag nag-fluctuate yung internet. Yun lang naman. So I mean, it problems with the internet can come in with all sorts of different scenarios, like if you're sending a file or if you're gonna be receiving a file. So yun lang naman, but with Autodesk hindi naman na siya magiging problem kasi previously kailangan nung iba connect sa internet like for once over 30 days. Right now, if naka-work from home ka, technically ang requirement sa'yo dapat may internet ka. So whenever you log in, automatic na re-receive natin na okay, active tong license na to. So Autodesk will not bother that user about that specific the specific software or serial number. Learn via web that 3ds Max can render point cloud object. Yeah, but I have not yet, done point cloud rent object and then into 3ds Max. Pero po possible po yun. Also, you can try to use Recap Pro para mas makuha ninyo yung model and then malagay natin siya kay 3ds Max. Is it possible to convert 3ds Max file into IFC interchangeably for seamless integration into Revit? Sir Ian, that I could come back to you dun sa email thread natin or I can send an email about that one kasi hindi ko pa naman siya na-experience when it comes to 3ds Max. But if it is for exporting purposes, I doubt naman na merong magiging problema kung sakaling magko-convert kayo ng mga files. But to be sure, wala pong problema, pwede ko kayong balikan dyan, let's say, on this day din para mas ma-confirm natin yung inyong question. Okay, so meron pa po bang ibang question about 3ds Max before we proceed to the newer features of the 2021 version? Okay, so kung wala na pong question, proceed po tayo dito, no? Alright, so with this one, kaya nyo po nakikita itong mga logo na to ngayon sa slide na to. And I'm pretty sure that there are familiar logos here like V-Ray, Corona Render Engine, Final Render, you have Octane, and all sorts of other logos, no? So kaya po ninyo nakikita yan kasi this is actually a standard na pagdating sa mga bagong version ng 3ds Max. So this means that whenever a newer version comes out, Autodesk will make sure to inform this third-party plugin software providers to make sure that their current versions or the current versions of their products would be eligible when it comes to switching to the newer version of Autodesk. So for example, kung meron kayong V-Ray for version 2020, so Autodesk make sure na yung inyong V-Ray should not have problems transitioning into 2021. Okay, so and I'm pretty sure na lahat ng yan ngayon is wala namang problema para mailagay natin sa loob ng 3ds Max. Okay? So yeah, so I'll be proceeding with some of the most important upgrades or updates inside 3ds Max. Okay? So first off, we have the viewport update. Now, simple lang po ito. Given with the new Arnold rendering na meron tayo, no? So the new version of Arnold is Arnold 6, yun po yung pangalan. So with the viewport improvement, basically kung dati po you can just choose between different settings na nandiyan na for ages, no? So yung wireframe, yung basic lang na mga kulay, and it is not showing realistic images pagdating sa design ninyo. So, ang nangyayari is you have to render that one out para makita nyo pa yung final rendering ng inyong design. With this one, this viewport update, this actually talks about the quality of the viewport. So, ibig sabihin po nito, pwede nyo na pong ma-view yung inyong design na almost kagaya nung final result. So, kung mapapansin nyo po yung images na nandito sa screen ninyo is hindi rendering, kundi viewport po ng 3ds Max yan. Ayun, mapapansin nyo po kagaya nito nasa may mga material sa baba, andito pa yung view cube. So, ibig sabihin, viewport po yan nakikita ninyo. So, binago lang po yung setting ng viewport to show the materials and textures of your designs. So, previously, wala pong ganyan. Um, Kaya ang mas maganda ngayon is that these viewport settings are actually improved when it comes to its performance and mas napoprovide sa atin to. No? So, ano yung epekto nito sa user? So, ang nangyayari po is mas napapabilis ngayon yung pagproseso ninyo ng mga gawa ninyo. Like, you don't have to do test renders para lang makita yung result, no, na while inside the test render right on the middle, escape ninyo kasi may nakita kayong mali. With this one, this cancels out that the time na kailangan ninyong gugulin para mag-test lang kasi dito pala nakikita na natin. Okay? So, yeah, so there are also some points right here down below that is, summarizing kung ano yung meron sa loob ng bagong viewport experience na to. Like, yun nga, nasabi ko na, high quality ng mga materials. We also have ambient occlusions and roughness for the physical material. And of course, shadow for lights are now on by default. Kasi, I don't know, for some reason, older versions, the shadows are off by default. Kaya, minsan yung iba, nagpupunta pa sa Google to check why are my shadows not working, yung pala naka-off. So, ngayon, naka-on na agad yan. So, kaya yan naka-on kasi to achieve yung look na gusto nilang makita ninyo kapag ginamit nyo tong viewport ngayon na updated kay Autodesk 3ds Max. Kasi, for it to be realistic, syempre kailangan complete yung elemento na nandun sa design like materials, lights, textures, and of course, your shadows. Alright, so another thing that is not actually new but is just, an improved workflow inside an improved tool inside 3ds Max that would cater a specific workflow which is yung PBR. Alright, so bake to texture is actually now streamlined, intuitive, and fully scriptable texture baking experience with support for PBR. Ano ba siya? Yun yung physically based rendering. And of course, there are also overrides and OSL or open shading language workflows. So, after this slide, may video po akong ipapakita sa inyo to show kung ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng bake to texture. Pero to summarize this one, ang ibig sabihin po ng bake to texture is 3ds Max will help you to generate multiple maps or images nung object ninyo that would carry out specific elements like I'm sure familiar kayo sa RGB, meron din po tayong ambient occlusions, meron tayong shadows, meron tayong all sorts of different elements like displacement, yan, yung mga ganyang klase ng maps, yun po yung generate nito. Now, once na na-generate sila, ang nangyayari is pinagpapatong-patong po sila ng 3ds Max to provide the user a much more realistic rendering job. So, dun sa image mo na yan, kung mapapansin nyo po, meron po naka-open na window which medyo malabo lang, pero it opened, let's say, bilangin ko lang po 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, those 7 things that we are seeing over here are actually maps that were generated. And then, ang mangyayari, since they were generated by 3ds Max into specific elements na kailangan for rendering, meron pong button dito na tinatawag na bake. Now, the bake button simply combines all of these maps para mas makita ninyo yung mas magandang result. Alright, so para mas makita ninyo, I'll show you this video. Oops, sorry. Okay, so ayun, yeah, it only shows that whatever thing you're working with, so like for example, kung simpleng wall lang yan, pwede nyo pong ma-improve yan, no? Much more, let's say 100 times fold compared to sa nakuha natin from, providing the material inside Revit lang. Or it can also be improved kung let's say, hindi nasa max naman na yan eh. Well, yeah, but you can actually create much more different approaches para mas mapaganda pa yung design na yun. Kasi syempre, the big texture of let's say a simple wall tapos meron kayong multiple maps na ginawa para doon will receive the light na meron dun sa inyong scene much more different and much more realistic compared to just providing a simple material and a simple texture. So mas magiging iba yung reaction, so mas magiging malapit siya sa realistic compared to with that one. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo naman din that if you get the hang of it, mabilis naman yung proseso kapag nagbi-bake to texture. So yeah, so that's another thing that very welcome din sa development. So I sorry, wala daw po palang sound yung video, no? But yeah, okay, so yung video simply showed us that bake to texture is actually a thing that we can use para mas makapag-create ng multiple maps to create a much more realistic version of your design. So lahat po yan applicable naman for designs from Revit or from other softwares like Inventor. Lahat po yan po pwede natin paggamitan. Kasi whenever it was translated as a 3D model, po pwede nyo pong malagyan yan ng ng maps from the bake to texture. Okay? So yeah, to discuss furthermore when it comes to PBR, so ito po siya, no? So physically based rendering is actually a workflow na is not just or is actually not that familiar pagdating sa architecture, engineering, and construction, but it is a workflow that has been existing for quite some time now para doon sa mga nagmo-model for animation and game development, and of course filmmaking. So with this one, it also helps. The new version also helps us to be, much more involved when it comes to PBR workflows. So mas nagiging parte po ng workflow na ninyo yung PBR ngayon compared to previous versions kasi mas intuitive ngayon yung mga workflow inside 3ds Max. With the new bake to texture experience that we've seen earlier, creating PBR workflow inside 3ds Max 2021 is much easier. So we can play around with the materials that we have. So also mas na-modify po, no? Kung mapapansin nyo sa picture, may nakalagay dito, physical material po. So, it is modified furthermore. Mas malakas na po yung mga material na meron tayo ngayon. Mas marami tayong options na po pwedeng gawin. Mas marami po tayong po pwedeng i-incorporate na iba't ibang elements, like kung ano yung napapansin natin dito sa connections na to. And of course, given the fact that bake to texture experience that we've seen earlier, mas marami tayong iba't ibang maps na po pwedeng i-modify that would generate, different approaches pagdating sa design ninyo. So I'm pretty sure hindi naman ganun ka bigat yung inyong i-require na design visualization, but this would simply take you to the next level when it comes to creating materials for your objects. So gone would be the days na when you do designs inside 3ds Max, simpleng lagay lang ng material tapos uh, texture, and then typically ang nangyayari sa ibang napupuntahan ko na client is that wala nang ibang adjustment na ginagawa. Now, I understand that this could, add additional things sa inyong gagawin, but the result will speak for itself na mas better na matry natin siyang i-incorporate given na yung bagong version ng 3ds Max can, easily help you to achieve the designs that you're seeing in this presentation and incorporate it dun sa ginagawa ninyo ngayon. Okay, so another thing is weighted normals. Now, with this one, this is actually a new modifier that was added inside the 3ds Max 2021. This one is based on a user demand that was raised to Autodesk from years ago already. So ano ba yung pinaprovide nito? No? You can generate new explicit normals for your mesh data faster and better than previously inside 3ds Max. So pwede po kayong gumamit ng iba't ibang options like area, angle, and large space weight option to influence yung direction ng normals ng inyong model. So ano po ba yung normals? No? Ito po yung map na tinatawag for the direction of the lighting na nare-receive ng object ninyo. So with this, nakikita niyo po merong mga where's my mouse? Ayun. So merong mga green na line na nakikita kayo dyan. No? So this weighted normals modifier simply provided directions kung saan po pwedeng manggaling yung lights. No? Yun na nare-receive ng model niyo. Kung mapapansin niyo po, parang maliliit na linya kasi yan. So those should be the light projections na ipo-project ng model niyo. So it's a new modifier na available sa loob ng 2021 version. Alright, so ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina. No? If you're inclined into using programming languages, so there is actually an update for Python 3 inside 3ds Max. So it is now available inside Max 2021 with an improved access to different APIs na po pwede naman nating either i-download from the internet or if you have some existing over there in your offices, po pwede ninyo rin pong i-reincorporate yun. There are also off-the-shelf Python 3 extension libraries that are fully supported by the newer version of 3ds Max for you to make your tools much more powerful compared to the older versions. So another thing about this is that since 3ds Max has been in the industry for quite some time now, necessary improvements pagdating dito is done by technical experts from Autodesk. So they see the importance of this particular type of tool inside 3ds Max na vital pagdating sa customers natin. So what Autodesk did here is basically to not just improve but make sure na well-oiled machine yung ating scripting sa loob ng 3ds Max so that yung mga bagong experiences na po pwede nating makuha sa loob ng 3ds Max 2021 would be much more smoother whenever we will be providing programming languages given na kung ano man yung ginagawa like kung animation, rendering, materials, special effects, lighting. So kung ano man ang gusto ninyong magawa, mas madali siya ngayon compared to older versions. And at the same time, ayun nga, like what I've said earlier, marami namang available na mga iba't ibang programming languages that worked previously, and given that the structure that we have over here is actually a carryover from older versions and just improved for the new 2021, ibig sabihin nun, mas madali nating mai-integrate pa rin yung mga older programming languages sa loob ng Max 2021. 2021. All right. So for Substance plugin, with this, there is a new substance map type inside Max 3ds Max 2021, which will provide you performance improvements with new capabilities like updates on the latest Substance engine. At least for now, hindi na natin siya kailangang i-export sa Substance Designer na software. Another thing is, well, this one is kind of an overkill, pero this new version supports up to 8K textures, no? So, kung may plano po kayong gumamit ng mga sobrang high quality na textures, kayang-kaya po siyang gawin. Another thing is support for all render engines that ship with Max like Arnold, Scanline, Quicksilver, and Art Render Engine. So, ibig sabihin po, kung wala namang kayong ibang render engine and you will be just relying with what 3ds Max has to offer, so wala po ay magiging problema pagdating sa substance rendering. Another one, the Substance plugin now comes as a separate component to install. Therefore, you need to install it when you need it. So, most probably, nasa loob po yan ng installer ninyo and it just waits for you to actually use it. So, if you have a 2021 now, or let's say you have an active subscription, you can go. Sorry, this one is only available for 2021, no. Pero if you have it now, if you have installed it already, you can just look around the installer and you'll be able to see the substance update over there. Another thing is there will be a lot of different things that you can see inside your installer na po pwede nyo rin palang magamit. No? So marami po yung mga iba't iba pwede natin mailagay na plugin. Naka-folder naman po yan, so hindi kayo mahihirapang maghanap sa kanya. Alright, so yeah, so these are just the other updates that we have for the version. No? These are not major updates but will surely help you guys kung sakaling ginagamit nyo po. Like OSL shaders. OSL shader stands for Open Shading Languages. These are materials and textures na pre-programmed. Although there are not a lot of people that uses it, but it's available. So if you are interested, it's all over the internet naman din. So you can check it out and you can apply it to your 3ds Max files. There's also file IO, chamfer improvements. And with this fourth one, I think should be a major update kasi there are a lot of users that relies on SketchUp. The problem with SketchUp is wala siyang kasamang rendering engine kapag binili. So even though there are rendering engines that are available for SketchUp, the problem with that is another gastos na naman yun. No, so with this one, so if you have SketchUp and you have 3ds Max, so whatever you did from 3ds Max, pwede nyo pong, from SketchUp, you can easily import that one to 3ds Max for further modifications. So whatever modifications that you would like for example, animations, lighting, texturing, materials, and even render settings. Of course, that's what's SketchUp is lacking, rendering. So lahat yun po pwede nating magawa sa loob ng 3ds Max now. Additional updates are Pro Sound improved audio support, FBX improvements for exporting different file types for other softwares. And of course, there are also third-party developer tools that are very important para dun naman sa mga game designers natin. Okay, so yeah, that's it for 3ds Max. No, again, I'll open up the chat box again kung may questions kayo of the new features ng ating 3ds Max 2021.
It seems that there is no more question because everybody is it's already 1 o'clock. Anyway, thank you, Jason, Ma'am Eloisa, Jen. Thank you for this product
Sige,
presentation.
Sir Ray, ipakita ko na lang sa inyo ng mabilis yung yung Autodesk rendering. Saglit lang naman to.
Sure, no problem. Okay.
Okay, ilipat ko lang po yung aking share. And I think this should benefit all of you din naman. So let me just share this screen. And just go with, I think this one. Oh no. Alright, so ito siya. Okay, so for you guys, no, if you're actually a current user of Autodesk files, Autodesk software, so most likely meron kayong Autodesk account. So kung hindi nyo pa natatry, tignan po, you can go to accounts@autodesk.com. So kung kayo po yung contract manager, dito nyo rin po yung mapupuntahan. No? So inside Autodesk account, dito nyo po ma-access yung Autodesk rendering. So to go through it, you just simply go to manage products, and automatically on the left side of the screen, no, antayin na natin mag-load, no, yun lang. Okay, ayun. So for this one, ang mangyayari is that you just simply go to all products and services. So under this tab, ang hahanapin lang po natin ay yung rendering option. So exit na natin to. Rendering is right over here. Ito siya, rendering. So just simply select access now. Okay, and then dito po siya pupunta sa renderings, Autodesk renderings. I-reload ko lang po para makita ninyo. Alright, so for this one, so kung sakaling magsabi siya na you have to sign in, i-sign in nyo lang po, tapos kung nakalagin naman kayo dun sa Autodesk account, tuloy-tuloy lang naman siya. Okay? So, ang paggamit po ng Autodesk rendering is actually simple lang. So, you just have to select here, upload a file, and right after that, you can easily start rendering na agad. So, ang difference po nito pagdating sa rendering kay 3ds Max is si 3ds Max, syempre on-prem siya. Ibig sabihin, dun kayo nag-render sa PC ninyo. Ngayon, for Autodesk rendering using this one, mag-rely po tayo sa speed ng internet natin. So, a couple of things that you have to always consider is yung internet speed and yung size ng file ninyo. Kasi doon po yun mag-base, no? yung speed na yun. Another thing is, gagamit po ito for every rendering, gagamit po siya ng ample amount of credits, no, na tinatawag. So, for credits, I'm not just sure kung gaano karaming specific na credits, no, na meron ng isang user. But yun po yung ginagamit natin to actually render a file over here. So, if you click that one and alright, so over here, ayan siya. So, upload the file and start rendering, no? So, dito lang siya. So, medyo kulang-kulang lang yun. Wala akong flash player, kaya hindi siya lumabas. Pero, yeah, you just have to upload a file and then pwede po kayong umasa sa Autodesk rendering through the cloud. Yun nga lang, kailangan natin ng medyo mas okay na internet para mabilis yung process. Okay, so once na maging okay na yung rendering, you can simply download it back and ready to go. Pwede nyo na po ulit gamitin. Okay, so yun lang po for Autodesk rendering through the cloud. Again, it's always about yung sa inyong Autodesk account, dun nyo po ma-access yun.
Okay, thank you, Migs.
Thank you.
One Zoom team and Sir Ray.
Yes, thank you also.
For your time. See you again tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.